Working in the Antarctic is difficult because it is so remote, and you do get homesick. You do wish that you were there. You call on the satellite phone and you might have 3 minutes before it cuts out, and you hear about what's going on at home, and you're bound to miss that. I'm lucky in that my husband is also a scientist, and he knows how important this opportunity is for me, and he understands the long-term vision that I have and why I find this place so important.
The hardest part about working in this remote environment is being away from friends and family. That's the part that's really, really difficult for me. I love working here. I love being here. I think it's an absolute privilege to live and work on Petermann Island. But it's difficult to be away from home and to be away from the people that I love and to be away from my dog who I love and my little house. That's tough stuff. There's always a positive and a negative to everything, but that's probably the one that I struggle with the most, is just being away from my friends and loved ones. We have a great relationship with our neighbors at Vernadsky Station. They're about 6 miles to the south, and sometimes they come to visit us, and they'll often bring us to their station. We don't have any kind of boats or zodiacs here on the island, so we're always reliant upon them to come and fetch us.
Cake!
Okay.
Birthday cake!
Birthday cake!
From our cook, especially for you.
Right now. Can I look now? We eat later.
You can peek inside.
Birthday.
Matryoshka.
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 Oh,
The nesting dolls. Yes. Yes.
One.
How many?
look.
No.
I can take any extras.
Look.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Opa.
Come and get warm.
Yes, let's get those.
We may have some hot water. This is a bit treacherous.
В этот день не похожий, почему я веселый такой. А я играю на гармошке у прохожих на виду. К сожалению, день рождения только раз в году.
A special chorus.
Warms my heart. 5 men came over in a special delivery to deliver a birthday cake. They spent almost an hour and a half taking that 6-mile journey. They had experienced some ice and some poor conditions. It was fantastic and one really memorable birthday for me.
Goodbye, Melissa. Goodbye.
G53 had 0.
Still 0.
G54 had 10.
17.
Woo! Wow. G47 had 22.
28.
Dang.
And you still think the numbers are dropped?
I might lose this one.
I always said invest in Gen2s is a really good return, you know. Anyway, where were we?
G49 had 17.
18.
Well, I think... So we still have to sort out A1, A2, A2W, and A3.
I'm pretty happy with most of my early counts, I think. And I can say there's definitely a numerical change on last year.
The Adelie penguins have been doing very poorly, and their population numbers continue to decline. And the Gentoo penguin, their population numbers continue to grow. Well, this year we're down about 20 Adelie nests from last year, which doesn't sound like many, but we only had 410 last year, and we have about 389 this year. So we're down about 5% from last year, which is just continuing in this trend of losing more and more Adelie nests here at Petermann Island. So we're down about 30% from 5 years ago, and well over 50% since Charcot came in 1909. So this remains a mystery, but this year is no different. We continue to see declines in numbers.
The most satisfying aspect of this job for me is being able to assist with the research and basically the betterment of the scientific endeavors going on in the Antarctic continent. I know that I'm I have a good deal of experience and a pocket full of tricks for making life efficient here and knowing how logistics work in the Antarctic continent. And I feel like being able to contribute to science in that way, to make the science that's happening here as efficient as possible is really, really gratifying. And also to be on hand when some of these very interesting discoveries are made is just an absolute privilege and an honor to be involved in that. And sometimes I feel like I'm almost poaching some of these experiences, whereas I have not dedicated my life to academics like so many of the people that I work with have. But I get to rub elbows and get the energy of what these discoveries are like for these hardcore academic scientists. And that is really a thrill and a real, just an honor for me and really, really compelling reason to do it.
I guess my hope in doing this work is that people will understand birds a little better and then ultimately understand the planet a lot more. And I hope from that will come some kind of realization that we're all tied up in this together. And I just hope that from this work and the work of other biologists like me, we'll all get to care just that little bit more for this planet. It's the only home we got, and I have to say, we're not treating it with the respect it deserves.
One of the huge perks of doing work here at Petermann Island is just the spectacular scenery. I mean, this is my favorite part of the island here, and we can look out to the Lemaire Channel, and the sea is glistening, and we have seals on the ice floes, and we have the blue-eyed shags, and all of the wildlife here on the Antarctic Peninsula is sort of captured right here in this little cove. And so that is one of the amazing things about being able to come down here, is just seeing things that in a lifetime you'd never get elsewhere, which is why the Antarctic Peninsula is such an amazing place. And you get sort of hooked on the Antarctic. And once you come down, you'd be surprised how many people come back and back. They can't get it out of their mind. So this is really my favorite place here.
It's been a huge privilege to be here and share our lives with these birds. And this is one of the most incredible places on Earth. Anybody who comes to Antarctica is stunned by its beauty and actually impossible to describe what they've seen. It is one of the loveliest places on Earth. It would be a terrible thing if the way we live were to change all this and the penguins were not to be around in several generations. I'm hoping that my daughter will see penguins, and I'm hoping that her children will also see penguins. So we just have to be aware that we too, in our exotic lives in the far north of the globe, can affect the lives of these creatures which have been around for millions of years down in Antarctica. It's a wonderful place to be. It's been an amazing piece of research we've done here. I, for one, hope that all this will still be here in generations to come.